And hello, everybody. My name is Stephen Hughes here, representing the National Sports Radio Station here on Spreaker.com. And welcome to the second edition of 30 and 30. Again, my name is Stephen Hughes. I'll be the host of this continued series throughout the next 10 weeks. So, like I said, and if you did not catch the first episode, which is the 30 and 30 for the Arizona Diamondbacks, this is going to be a show, continuous show, in which I'll be covering all 30 MLB teams in a 30-minute show. And I'll be including the recap of the 2012 season, what players do they have in their roster, how much of an impact they'll make this year in 2013, their schedule in the first month of April, how the strength of that, is that going to be good or bad for them as they're going to be starting the year rocky, ironic, or are they going to be starting pretty good? And then what to see from their prospects now in the farm system. So that's what I do, and pretty much an overview of the organization in just 30 minutes. So the show is not an hour and doesn't take a long time. So let's go straight to it. Today we're doing the Colorado Rockies. Tomorrow, I'm not having a show. This is a show that I cover on Sundays, Wednesdays, and Saturdays. On Wednesday, I'll be bringing up to the plate the Los Angeles Dodgers. I'll have a great discussion about that. Also on Saturday, it'll be the San Francisco Giants. Then next Sunday, I'll round out the National League West, as I'll be looking and I'll be overviewing the San Diego Padres. So let's get straight to it. Let's go to the recap of 2012 for the Colorado Rockies. Did not end the year which they really wanted to. 64-98, 34 games below 500. One of the worst teams in the Major League last season. Probably, I think it was second worst in Major League Baseball, behind the horrific Houston Astros, who ended the year 55-107, 42 games back of the Cincinnati Reds, and a whopping 52 games below 500. But they're going to the American League West. We'll take care of them in the next few weeks. But right now we're taking care of Colorado. Obviously, horrendous road record last year. They were 29-52 on the road. At home, they were not as good. They were 11 games below 500 at a 35-46 record at home. One of the key reasons why Colorado did so bad is because of the pitching and the loss of their franchise player. Troy Tulowitzki had an injury-plagued 2012, and resulted in a very unsuccessful season for Jim Tracy, who unfortunately had to leave the ball, resigned after such a horrific year at the Mile High City in Denver, Colorado. So a new manager came in, and do you think that? So here are the problems in Colorado. Do you have Troy Tulowitzki's health back, or look, it's getting out of hand, you know? Not a good season last year for Colorado, obviously, but they're expecting to rebuild the franchise, and for some players, they don't want to be involved in that. Just like, for example, Todd Helton, would he be coming back? Some people say he will, but he's getting very, very old. He's turning 40 this year in August. On August 20th, he'll be turning 40. So around the end of the season, he'll be turning 40. A concern for a lot of people. He's probably in his last season because he just had surgery I think it was a hip injury that he screwed up that really cost him the 2012 season also. So the two stars for the Rockies, obviously not really doing a lot. Carlos Gonzalez, Cargo man, he had a pretty good year, but he didn't make the total impact in a way that could help the Rockies do a little bit better. He batted .303, 22 home runs, 85 RBIs. And then Jordan Pacheco, I think I said it right. The third baseman. He led the team in batting. He had a .309 batting average. He's not a power hitter though. 5 home runs, 54 RBIs, and 478 at bats. So I feel like even though Troy Tulowitzki and Carlos Gonzalez are the two power hitters for the Rockies, including Todd Helton once in a while, you're concerned about the fact that the Rockies, they do have some contact hitters, but obviously you have 300 batting average hitters up there like Carlos Gonzalez, Jordan Pacheco, Dexter Fowler, but we need to see more power hitters. Rockies traded away Marco Scudero to the Giants. He made an impact for the Giants, and he was a contact hitter. Even though he's batting .271, he is a contact hitter. He does not have a lot of power. They have the contact hitters. Michael Kadire, he's a little bit of a power hitter, but he does not hit the ball that well. He batted .260 last year. Rockies need a couple more power hitters. Looking at this list right here, they don't have a lot. Willen Rosario, the catcher, he had 28 home runs. That's a good thing. He's becoming a rising star in Colorado. But would you see him as an all-star? Because every team has to have an all-star, or at least an all-star. And the Rockies, their all-star, in my opinion, is Carlos Gonzalez, and that's a good thing. He has the power and he has the contact, but he's that one player for Colorado that makes a difference out there. Troy Tulowitzki did not make a difference out there. That's why I didn't put him in the I didn't say his name as the All-Star this year. 2011, 2010, I would have said Troy Tulowitzki. Carlos Gonzalez in 2011 was having his breakout year, but I still trust Troy Tulowitzki because of his consistency. Now I'm trusting Carlos Gonzalez's consistency. And Troy Tulowitzki, I'm not trusting a lot because his health is becoming a problem with all his crazy dives and plays over at shortstop. But we'll see how it goes for Gonzalez and Tulowitzki this year. Also, when we're looking for a lot more out of Dexter Fowler, I've seen him more as more of like a Carlos Gonzalez in a way. He has the speed. Fowler's faster than Gonzalez, but his power numbers don't really show a lot. He only had 13 home runs last season with 53 RBIs. So he'll probably need to get that up to make a difference in the ball club. He's a good outfielder. He has the speed of a very good outfielder, but he needs to put the better offensive numbers to become a key impact player for the Rockies in the future. Now let's go to the pitching staff. Pitching staff, obviously, for Colorado is not that good. From the 40-man roster I'm looking at, Rafael Betancourt is the best reliever in this Rocky organization. He went 1-4 in the year, but he had 31 saves. Very good job by him. Just looking at the numbers, he had a 2.81 ERA, and that was number one on the team. So obviously, that's a problem. Looking at the starters throughout the entire season, looking at Julius Chachin, 4.43 ERA. Jeremy Guthrie during his time as a Colorado Rocky, 6.35 ERA. Guillermo Moscoso, he didn't really start, but he's usually a starter. He had a 6.12 ERA. Continuing through down this list, Jeff Francis, 5.58 ERA. The pitching staff needs to be a little bit better. I think that better pitchers will probably be the best. Will be the best way the Rockies get through the season. But also, Jim Tracy, the manager at the time, did set up a 75 pitch rule. So that was mainly the reason why the pitching staff was horrendous in Colorado last year. Since injuries plagued the Colorado pitching rotation throughout the entire season, and disappointment as struggles continue from Jeff Francis, Jamie Moyer retiring in the middle of the season. He was doing pretty good. He went 2-5, but obviously he knew that his time was up. His ERA is above 5. And then looking at the list, Tyler Chatwood, 5-6, 5.43 ERA. Colorado, their hitting is looking great. That's the best scenario I can say. Hitting is looking good. Troy Tulowitzki is back in there, and they're a contender. But their pitching needs to improve. The organization needs to find some free agents, some veteran free agents, because this is a very young pitching staff right here. You're looking at a lot of AAA prospects that still need to be molded into big leaguers. So in my opinion, the Rockies, like I said earlier, this is a rebuilding project right now. Rockies obviously made it to the World Series in 2007. One of the notable players from that team back in 2007 was Troy Tulowitzki and Jeff Francis. Obviously, those players not having a big impact on the Rockies organization last season. So a lot of concern there, but now we should transition to the fact that we should be talking about the 40-man roster and all the players that should make an impact or maybe should go down or should be released in a way that would help the organization. All right, talked about the pitchers. Let's go to the catchers. William Rosario and Ramon Hernandez pretty much split the job, but I give my edge to William Rosario. Good numbers last year, 28 home runs. I think he's going to be an impact power hitter that will help out, really clean the mess up that Carlos Gonzalez and Troy Tulowitzki would make this year from the pitching staff of opponents. Look at the infielders. Charlie Culberson, a late add as he was a part of the trade that sent Marco Escudero to the Giants. Good, fast infielder. He is young. He is only 24. Look for him to make an impact. Probably spring training. He might be a surprise to be a starter opening day, but he's a good hitter too. A lot of contact. Expect him to do some work. Probably as a backup. And maybe even a starter from time to time. Again, Troy Tulowitzki, obviously the key player for this team. Unfortunately, he's turning 30 very soon, so not looking so good. His age might be catching up to him with the injuries that he suffered last season. Jonathan Herrera, one of the best contact hitter out of all the infielders. Very good. He's a speedy guy. Very speedy guy. And looking at the numbers that he put up last season, 262 batting average, obviously not good. The stolen bases, he didn't really have a lot of opportunities, only 4. So I like the speed that he shows sometimes, but obviously he does not have the opportunity to steal bases. So look for him to make a better difference coming to the beginning of the 2013 season. Then let's go to the outfielders. Rockies have a pretty good outfield core. Michael Gudire, Dexter Fowler, Carlos Gonzalez are your starters. Then you have as back as Tyler Colvin, the former minor league prospect star in Chicago. He came over to Colorado, and he's done some good work over there in the Mile High City. Also, the Eric Young Jr., the son of the original Eric Young, who was a terrific contact hitter for the Dodgers and some other teams. And also you have Charlie Blackmon, probably one of the best prospects you can see out of this Colorado team. So look for him. Look for a bunch of guys from the outfield position and make some work. And also later on the show, I'll talk to you guys about the prospects that you guys can pretty much look at and see if they can make a difference in the big leagues very soon. So when we come back, let's talk about the schedule the schedule for the Rockies in the month of April, and later on we'll talk about the prospects and what will I see in the 2013 year for the Colorado Rockies. When we come back to 30 and 30 for the Colorado Rockies here on Spreaker.com, an affiliation of the National Sports Radio Station.
Transmissions will resume. Now try to push, try to keep us all down and hope that we will never see the truth around. Another promise, another scene, another package like to keep us trapped in greed. Green belts wrapped around our minds, an endless red tape to keep the
My G's above and beyond and shining bright from afar like North Star. Guided me to Gibson, the manger, Dr. Stranger. Like Blase Blah, bringing danger. Infermo, subharmonico, sick. Stand tall, surfing ink from Bic. Push the click, now I'm running. Leading down the L-pen shaft. And spin a phonograph to exercise a paragraph. Epitaph, from killing off the flesh with 808. A low frequency to give you something to hate. We tie words uptight with lasso. With art from the soul, Pablo Picasso. And paintbrush in my discussion. When we touching, time sublime with Bablo. We tie words uptight with lasso. With art from the soul, Pablo Picasso. And paintbrush in my discussion.
Welcome back to the show, folks. 30 and 30 for the Colorado Rockies. And I wasn't certain about who is the new manager for the Colorado Rockies now, since I told you at the earlier in the show that Jim Tracy resigned. So I just found out, just looked online. Walt Weiss is the new Colorado manager over there in the Mile High City. He is a former shortstop in the major leagues. He was a member of the 1998 National League All-Star team, and he is a Rookie of the Year award winner. He won it back in 1988. He's at the age of 49, went to the University of North Carolina, Chapel Hill, so UNC. So he's looking to probably make a difference for Troy Tulowitzki, since he was a former shortstop himself. So just tell you that right there. And let's go to the next part of the show, and that is schedules. Major League Baseball has really shaken up the schedules as of late. As I was covering the Diamondbacks yesterday, April, it was in the middle of April, the week of the 16th to the 18th. The Diamondbacks are going to New York to not play the Mets. They're playing the Yankees at Yankee Stadium. So obviously the change there, interleague is becoming more, has expanded more in Major League Baseball to the point of where interleague is being played in the first month of the year. But for the Rockies, they are playing all National League teams in the month of April, the first month of the year. They take on the Brewers at Miller to start the year. Then they go home to play the Padres. Then they're playing the Giants and the Padres again. Mets, Diamondbacks, Braves, Diamondbacks again, then the Dodgers. That's your teams going through the month of April. This is a decent month of April. You're looking at a Padres team, a Mets team that are below. That I'm thinking that they're going to go below 500. Looking at what the Rockies have to really go after this the month of April. I'm looking at a straight up 500 or just a little bit below 500 month of April. They're going to play the Giants. They're going to play the Braves. They're going to play the Dodgers in two games against the Dodgers in the month of April. So I'm looking for the Rockies to do somewhat good, but not exceptional. They're playing the Braves at home. That might be an advantage, but I think that the Braves will take it 2 games out of that 3-game series. And then they're playing the Diamondbacks twice, and in 2 3-game series. So I'm thinking they can take probably 2 out of the 6 games, or maybe even 3 or 4 at most. I cannot see them winning 5 or even sweeping the Diamondbacks twice. So obviously looking to maybe surprise the National League West. It could be a possibility if their pitching rotation does some work and their infielders and outfielders stay healthy. Month of May, there you see it. There's the interleague play. You see after the Dodgers series, like I told you about at the end of April, they take on the Rays and they take on the Yankees at home. So the Yankees and the Rays get their first feel of the thin air in the Mile High City. And then Colorado will be taking on St. Louis, Chicago, and then San Francisco and Arizona. Then they take on the Houston Astros in a 2-game series, 2-2-game series, one at Houston and one in Houston. But that is called interleague play because Houston, like I told you earlier, is now part of the American League West division after the team was sold to a man that wanted to change divisions to make the Major League Baseball, National League, and American League equal, 15-15 each. So the American League West gets their 5th team. So looking through the month of May and June, you're looking at a very difficult schedule for the Rockies. They're playing the Rays and the Yankees in the month of May. Then they're going to the month of June. They're taking on the Blue Jays. They're taking on the Nationals. They're taking on the Red Sox. And that's not at home. That's away. So look at that road. You're looking at that road trip, that East Coast road trip, and you're looking at probably out of that 9-game road trip that I just told you about, you're looking at 6 or 7 lost games right there, because the Blue Jays got stacked over the offseason, getting R.A. Dickey, getting Mark Burley, getting Josh Johnson, getting Melky Cabrera. Then the Nationals coming off a National League East NL East title, I should say. Then the Red Sox. They're looking to become a better team this year. I feel like they have a chip on their shoulder from how they did last season compared to the last few seasons with Terry Francona as the head of the helm for the Red Sox. So I think that the month of June, and May and June, will be a concern for the Rockies. If they get out May and June unscathed and pretty much really good, I see that the month of July is looking pretty easy to play the Cubs, Marlins, Brewers. Brewers might be the concern you can see there in their little homestand after the All-Star break in New York City Field this year, is where the 84th All-Star game will be taking place. So pretty much I can end it right there for the Rockies schedule. May and June will be the biggest months for the Rockies. If they struggle then, I don't see them doing a lot in the second half of the year. So let's go to the commercial break. When we come back, prospect watch for the Colorado Rockies. I'll give you the top 5 prospects to watch for in the Colorado Rockies organization, and then I'll give you my prediction for how well the Rockies will do this year and where will they end up in the highly anticipated competitive National League West this 2013 season. When we come back to 30 and 30 for the Colorado Rockies here on Spreaker.com, affiliation with the National Sports radio station. When we come back, don't change that channel. We'll be back 30 seconds.
Come aboard the bandwagon of hickory. My lazy eye gives that warning. Watch your step. My 6-shooters mark with an immense love for death. A true desperado, my motto's prostate and plus. If you step, you'll end up in a wooden box in the dust. The urge cross my happy underground wild Bill couldn't tame. You get gunned down, it's about the fortune and fame. Spit out like tobacco, the names look the born as evil. Taking scalps and wolves back till I change the strains. Bound upon my people, all my people.
I manipulate metaphors. Bring the medication to heal hip-hop's many sores. Rushing through the corridors and the middle. In the middle, I fill up with life's riddles and break them down to little riddles. I'm that multitasking cleanup.
For those dubstep fans, at the end of the show, I'll give you the I'll give you the drop that's coming up very soon. But let's go straight to the prospects, the top 5 prospects in the Colorado Rockies organization. At number 1, Nolan Arenado. It's just how I spell it. He was drafted in 2009, the second choice for the Colorado in the 2009 draft, 59th overall. That would be probably second round draft. That'll be a second round pick. Some players get knocked unfairly because of their surroundings. It's not Nolan's fault. He played in the hitting-friendly California League and then the equally cozy Arizona Fall League in 2011. And while he deserves credit for racking in both places, he led the minors in RBIs with 122 while striking out only 53 times all season and won the Arizona Fall League Most Valuable Player Award. He wasn't able to follow that up as a strong season at AA in Tulsa. Though he finished strong, he should hit for average and will be a run producer even though he doesn't hit a ton of home runs. He only hit 12 for the entire Texas League season back in 2012. But he did have a 285 batting average with 56 RBIs, and he only struck out 58 times throughout the entire Texas League season. Very good job. In the 134 games he played in, 516 at-bats. His on-base percentage a little bit low, only at 337, but his slugging percentage is pretty high at 428. So he has 36 doubles on the he had 36 doubles on the season. He has 147 hits on the year. So obviously he's a good hitter. He's a run producer also. So look for him to make a difference out there in Colorado. Trevor Story. Let's look at him. Trevor Story, drafted first round, first pick for the Rockies in the 2011 draft. He's a sandwich round pick. He has a very solid first summer as a pro. This year, 277 batting average, 18 home runs, 63 RBIs. He did have a lot of strikeouts, 121, so he is a strikeout hitter. He does strike out a lot. His slugging was a 505 this year. He had 43 doubles in his 132 at bats and 18 home runs, 6 triples. So he is an extra base hit guy. So look for him to become an impact player. Maybe a comparison to the organization like a Troy Tulowitzki in a way. So let's quickly get through this. I'm not going to give you the top 5. I'll give you the top 3. Last one is David Dahl, outfielder. He was the 10th overall pick, first pick taken by the Colorado Rockies in the 2012 draft. In the Pioneer League, that's what I'm thinking, that says he batted 379 with 9 home runs, 57 RBIs. He is a runner. 12 stolen bases. He had 10 triples, 22 doubles, 106 hits, 9 home runs, 57 RBIs, like I said. 423 on-base percentage, and his slugging percentage was 6.25. Even though he only played 67 games in the Pioneer League as a short season, pretty much rookie level, he's looking to make his pro debut very soon, so look for him. But his pro debut is 2016, so look for him to make a difference in 3 seasons. My predictions as we're wrapping up the show: Rockies are going to go below 500. The pitching is going to be a big concern. Troy Tulowitzki is going to have a comeback season. He probably will win Comeback Player of the Year. Carlson is also having another great year power hitting, but Colorado Rockies will end up in last place again. Their rebuilding project will continue. Thank you very much, everybody, for joining the show. Keep it with our blog here at I didn't make it 30 minutes, but keep it with our blog here at the National Sports Radio Station show blog here, and thank you for watching my show or listening. Pardon me. It's been a long weekend, guys, and next show will be on Wednesday as I cover the highly anticipated Los Angeles Dodgers and what they bring to the table for the 2013 seasons with new pitchers, old pitchers, and new hitters. Look for some good stuff on Wednesday. Goodbye, everybody. Have a great Sunday. Enjoy, and hopefully you enjoyed the football that you were able to watch earlier today. Atlanta Falcons going to the next round to take on the 49ers. The Texans and Patriots are playing right now. Here comes the beat, guys. The drop.